The Crime Subcommittee and Government Surveillance Subcommittee is called to order. We welcome everyone to today's hearing on the Federal Bureau of Prisons. Before we begin today, I want to acknowledge the passing of our friend and colleague, Sheila Jackson Lee, a longtime member of this committee and of the United States House of Representatives. Ranking Member Jackson Lee was first elected to the House 30 years ago, and she previously served as chairman of this subcommittee, and I had the opportunity to be her ranking member, and then we swapped positions, and it was always a cordial professional relationship. While we may not have seen eye to eye on every issue, on most issues, in fact, I admired her, and I appreciated her tenacity and commitment. We had many frank discussions expressing sincerely held positions. She was a fierce and loyal advocate for her constituents. She leaves behind her husband, her 2 children, and 2 grandchildren, and she will be missed by members on both sides of the aisle. Before we take a moment of silence, I'm going to yield time to Representative McBath.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, and I'd like to take a moment to honor my friend, mentor, and my sister, Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. She was a true powerhouse who fought for the betterment of our country and all its people. She was a genuine force to be reckoned with, always focused on making this country safer, more equitable, and more just. She was the first woman appointed ranking member of this subcommittee and went on to fearlessly serve as chair in the 117th Congress. Her leadership on civil rights issues will continue to be felt in Congress and all across this country. She uplifted marginalized communities, championed human rights, and tirelessly defended our democracy. As a mentor, Congresswoman Jackson Lee showed me the ropes. She took me under her wing during my freshman year. She was one of my first friends on Capitol Hill and offered her support for me even before I came to Washington. And I thank God I had the chance to know her and receive her precious guidance. We served together as moms determined to make a better world. And I will do everything that I can in my power to keep that work going. I want to take this time to thank Congresswoman for everything that she has done for all of us, the least of us, the least of these, and for her fighting spirit to the very end. I am praying for her family, her staff, and for all of us feeling the impact of this loss. Sheila is one of a kind. The only Sheila Jackson Lee. I yield back.
Thank you. Let's pause now for a moment of silence to remember. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Nadler? Please, I yield to you.
Mr. Chairman, it's still hard to believe that we will never again see our dear friend and colleague Sheila Jackson Lee take her place on this dais. She ably led the crime subcommittee as chair and later served as ranking member. But no matter her title, she was always a leader. The mark she made on this subcommittee through her forceful advocacy for criminal justice, police accountability, gun safety, combating domestic violence, preventing trafficking, and protecting victims, and so many more issues will live on for many years to come. Sheila never let an opportunity pass to stand up for her constituents, and she was a determined champion for all those who are marginalized in society and who need her voice in Congress to represent them. I will have a little more to say tomorrow in the full committee, but I thank the chairman for recognizing me and for taking the time to remember such a valued member of this subcommittee, as well as a treasured colleague and friend. May her memory be a blessing.
Thank you, Mr. Nadler. Chair recognizes the chair of the entire committee, Mr. Jordan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. No one could get more out of 5 minutes than Sheila Jackson Lee. And she was a friend to everyone on both sides of the aisle, someone that we're all going to miss. I love what the chairman said. I think both he and the ranking member and Ms. McBath said it all well. So we're going to miss her. One of a kind, one of a kind. I yield back.
Thank you. Let's pause now for a moment of silence to remember our friend and colleague, Sheila Jackson Lee. Thank you.